Hey guys, how are you? Do you like my new lipstick? Because I just got it today or a few minutes ago at the grocery store. It's been a few days since the Oscars, which that's what I'm doing today. I'm doing a video on my thoughts and opinions on the Oscars and how it turned out and all that. So, first off, I watched all the movies that were up for Best Picture. My family always does the Oscar ballot thing. Whenever the Oscars comes on, we print out all the ballots. This is everyone's ballots, and then right before it comes on, we choose all the things we think will win in the categories, and then when we watch it, we see who gets which one's right, and it's really fun. It's a lot of fun. But so I got 12 out of 24 right. 12 out of 24 categories, I got it right when I guessed what would win. So I got 50%, which was pretty good. The best I've ever done, because I actually watched the movies this time. And then everyone else didn't do so well. I'm just going to go through the different categories, what I thought would win, and what did win, and if I was happy about it. But anyway, I think we should start with just going through the categories and what I thought would win and what did win. Best sound mixing, boring. I'll skip the ones that aren't that big of a deal to talk about. But I'm gonna skip a bunch of these. I'll go to one thing that kind of was surprising to me was the best makeup and hairstyling, because what was up for that was Foxcatcher, which that would only be for Steve Carell's character, which wasn't good enough. I don't think it was good enough to win an Oscar for it. And then there was the Grand Budapest Hotel and Guardians of the Galaxy. What won was the Grand Budapest, but I thought that Guardians of the Galaxy would win because, I don't know if they're trying to say, because I always feel like everyone's always against the superhero movies. This is best makeup and hairstyling. Come on. The Guardians of the Galaxy. Are you serious? They had scenes where there would be so many people in there, and they did the makeup for every single one of them. They would paint their skin different colors. They did all of that, and oh my gosh, did they not see that one? Well, I forgot his name now. I gotta rewatch that movie, but the one, it was just. I know that some of it was animated, obviously. The Rocket Raccoon was animated, and Groot. They are both animated. But the other people, I think that should have won best makeup and hairstyling. Right? I think so. But the Grand Budapest Hotel won, which didn't seem like that complicated to do. The only thing was that one girl's character who played the old lady who played Madame D. She's younger, but they made her look old, so that makes a little bit of sense, but I don't think it should have won for that. If they're trying to be like, the Grand Budapest is a better, high-quality movie or something, it's just because the Guardians of the Galaxy is a superhero movie, or it's not Oscar-worthy, I don't know. I was kind of upset about that. I thought that they should have won. All the work they put into that, just because it's sci-fi, doesn't mean that it can't win. Why'd you put it up, nominate it? Why would you even put a movie like that nominated when it's obviously supposed to win, and then not give it the Oscar? I just don't understand. I don't know. I just really thought they should have won. I don't really know what I'm doing with this. I don't know what... I'm not the people who choose the Oscars, but that's what I thought. I thought that was not right. Let me talk about Best Supporting Actress, because this one really made me upset. Because I watched Boyhood. Okay, so Patricia Arquette won for Best Supporting Actress. I didn't see Wild or Into the Woods, which Laura Dern from Wild and Meryl Streep from Into the Woods, they were up for this supporting actress too, but I don't know if they would have been more worthy than anybody else, but I wanted Emma Stone to win from Birdman because I knew I didn't want it to be Patricia Arquette because I saw Birdman and there was this, her performance was just, I didn't think it was that great. I didn't think she was an actress. When I watched it, it kind of seemed like somebody was just trying to act, but they just didn't have it. She had like 2 crying scenes, kind of, and they weren't that great, I didn't think. But Emma Stone, she wasn't amazing either, but she was an actress. You could tell she was acting. And, well, I mean, it's not that it's good to be able to see that they're acting, because I know that can look like they're not actors, but they're trying to act, and you should be able to look at them and think that they're real. But, well, both seemed real in their performances. It was just like that Patricia Arquette, there were some parts when it was just like, that's not very good acting. I didn't think, especially the one scene in the beginning of the movie when she was fighting with her boyfriend, and if you've seen the movie, maybe you'll understand what I'm talking about, but it just didn't seem, she didn't seem very good at acting. The rest of the movie, she did seem like her character, like an adult who had kids, and, I mean, that was good, but she didn't have to do much. The crying scenes weren't that great, I didn't think. I didn't think she was a great actress enough to win an Oscar. I don't think that Emma Stone should have won an Oscar for this, really, but I think she should have won an Oscar over the others. I don't know. I'm starting to doubt what I thought originally, that Patricia Arquette shouldn't have won. I don't know if any of them should have won. Maybe none of them deserved this, because they weren't Oscar performances. But, I don't know. I wasn't happy with Patricia Arquette's win, because I watched the movie and I thought, this is not very good. She can't act. But, I mean, I don't know. You decide for yourself. That's just how I felt. I will play some little clips real quick, just of their performances, some scenes. Here's Emma Stone.
Who the fuck are you? You hate bloggers, you mock Twitter, you don't even have a Facebook page. You're the one who doesn't exist. You're doing this because you're scared to death, like the rest of us, that you don't matter. And you know what? You're right. You don't. It's not important, okay? You're not important. Get used to it.
And here's Patricia Arquette.
When I taught you how to ride a bike, getting divorced again, getting my master's degree, finally getting the job I wanted, sending Samantha off to college, sending you off to college. You know what's next? Huh? It's my fucking funeral.
So you decide, I guess. I don't know. You'd have to watch the whole movie to see, but that's just whatever. I wasn't very happy with that. Best director, we're getting down to it now, huh? Best director, definitely Birdman. I got that one right. I guessed that, and it was right. Of course, because, you know, Wes Anderson, I love him, but this isn't like an original thing, really. I mean, it's great. Either that one or Birdman, but Birdman deserved it. Boyhood, like I said before, it wasn't that great. The directing, the cinematography wasn't that great. The only thing about it was that it was filmed over 12 years, and having the actors age like that, that's the only original thing that was with it. It shouldn't, I mean, it didn't win, but it didn't deserve it, so, you know, but, so Birdman definitely deserved. The way that it was filmed looked like it was non-stop, no cuts. Somebody would go from one room to another, and then it was like they were going forward in time. Like, all of a sudden, they're in another scene, another story. People would pop up in different places. One person would be in another room. They'd leave the room. A few minutes later, they'd pop up in a different outfit, and they'd hold up like it was all connected. You'd follow one person around, different scenes, and it just worked really, really well. It was done very well, which it could have been bad, but it was really good. And the reason I think is why that happened, because the movie is about Michael Keaton's character, who is, he's trying to he made a play, and he's trying to, I think it's Broadway, and, so it's all about them kind of doing the play and about how his career is over, and he played a superhero, Birdman, and he thinks his career is over. He's over. Nobody cares about him anymore. And that will make a little bit of sense with the Emma Stone clip I played. But, so, he thinks nobody cares about him, and so he's trying to make this play to make a comeback. And so it's about the play a little bit. So that makes sense with the directing. I think that it was done like that because that's like a play. Somebody leaves the stage, you watch somebody else, but then they come back out in a different outfit. It's like non-stop. You can't stop. There's intermissions in between plays, but you know, it's a non-stop thing. It's not filming one day, cutting, filming, cutting, you know? So that was really good. That deserved Best Director. Birdman. Now for Best Picture, which you probably know that Birdman won, and I guessed that, and it was right. So, because of the directing and all that, the cinematography was great, all that came together in the story, that it makes sense to have won Best Picture. But American Sniper, I liked it, and it was good, but it wasn't good enough for Best Picture. Also, it wasn't completely original. It was another war movie. There wasn't anything, but I guess it was a war movie with post-traumatic stress, which I don't know if it's been done as much. I think it has been done. But, so, it wasn't completely original to win an Oscar for Best Picture, I don't think. Boyhood, definitely, that couldn't have won. It was filmed over 12 years, but again, I said before, I've said it like twice, it just, you know what I said. That's why. The Grand Budapest Hotel, it just wouldn't win just because I don't think this story was as entertaining to most people as it was to me, just because I love those movies, so it just feels really good to watch them. Wes Anderson movies, and I don't think other people probably, they wouldn't get it, and they wouldn't feel the way that it makes me feel, and so I don't think that would have won just because the story wasn't completely entertaining enough. But The Imitation Game was great, but it wasn't an Oscar movie, I don't think, because, you know, there's just a kind of feel to Oscar movies, I think, and I don't think The Imitation Game was it. Selma was kind of boring, and I don't know. It wasn't enough. I always say this, I feel like I'm so picky with movies right now, but this is the Oscars. I'm just trying to explain why I don't think some of these would win, but Selma, it was only things that went on in Selma, and it was dragged on for so long. To have a whole movie, I don't know how long it was, but to have a whole movie just to show how they were going to march in Selma, in some scenes with people attacking them, I didn't think that was enough to be a movie. I understand if it was a movie of Martin Luther King and all the things that he did in his life, which I feel like hasn't been done maybe in so long, or if it's been done at all, I'm not really sure, but so if they had done that, that's a little bit more, I think it's because there's more to put into the movie, more that can make somebody want to watch it, and I feel like with Selma, it was just one thing, which wasn't enough. There wasn't enough. It wasn't a big enough story, I think, to turn into a movie. It was a good movie, though. It wasn't for Best Picture. The Theory of Everything, it wasn't for Best Picture just because it felt a little bit too much like just a romance film. Just about the relationship between Stephen Hawking and his wife, played by Felicity Jones. And so, that wasn't a Best Picture kind of movie, but Eddie Redmayne's performance was definitely Oscar worthy, so that was good. His performance was solid, but the movie wasn't for the Oscar. Whiplash was really good, so what I was thinking was either whoever would win, I mean, I felt like it could be really anybody. Like, anybody could win. So I couldn't really decide, but I thought, because I was really in between Whiplash, Birdman, Imitation Game, American Sniper, and The Grand Budapest Hotel. I'm thinking anything but Selma, The Theory of Everything, and Boyhood. That's what I was thinking. Anything but those would win. But, because American Sniper just seems like such a movie that would be for the Oscars. Also, Selma really feels like something that would be what would win an Oscar. But when I saw it, I knew that it probably wouldn't win. Boyhood was just, I know, that feels like such an Oscar movie too. The thing is, all of these they deserved that nomination. They did, because they were all either, any of them could have won, I thought, but something just told me it was Birdman. I think it was the directing, the way, it was freaking Birdman. That's what I was like, that's gonna win. I don't know. I couldn't really decide, but then I was like, it's Birdman. Something was just telling me it was Birdman, and I was right. Birdman won for Best Picture, and it totally deserved it. So I was really happy about that. But when I was watching it, a little bit of me was like, I don't know if it's gonna win, I'm not sure, but I was right. So, I guess my favorite movies of the Oscars, definitely my favorites were Birdman, The Grand Budapest Hotel, and Whiplash and The Imitation Game, because I just loved them. Especially, okay, The Imitation Game, really, I thought that it wouldn't be that great, but then, when I saw it in theaters because I couldn't get it to work on my computer, so I went with some friends to see it, and it was actually really good. It was actually really good. I thought it wouldn't be. I thought it would be kind of a boring story. But Benedict Cumberbatch, I knew I'd like him. I do like him, so. And he was really good. It was good. So, I really like that movie. I don't know if I'd buy it, though. I don't think I'll buy it. But I am going to buy Whiplash, and I'm going to buy The Grand Budapest Hotel, and then I think I'm going to watch Birdman again to see if I want to buy it. I'll probably buy it. So those are my favorites. And I liked American Sniper, and I liked American Sniper, but I didn't like it enough to buy it. And Bradley Cooper was really good in it. But so, that's, I guess, my thoughts on the Oscars. I think I'm pretty happy with how everything turned out. The only things that disappointed me was Best Supporting Actress and Best Makeup and Hairstyling. Just because Guardians of the Galaxy really should have won. That's, I think, they're so hard, though. It's hard for me to say that I'm really upset with them because I know that it was probably right. The Best Supporting Actress, I'm starting to think now that it's okay. She probably deserved it. But I really don't feel like any of them were Oscar-worthy performances. So, but I shouldn't even say that because I didn't see Wilder Into the Woods. But, so, don't listen to me with that if you don't want to. Form your own opinions on everything I said. I mean, people have different tastes in movies, and so somebody could, like, love one movie and I'd hate it, and you never know. So, don't listen to everything. I'm just kind of saying what I thought about the Oscars. But, so the Oscars was pretty good. It was just, the best part about it was when I did the ballots with my family, because that's just the best part. It's so much fun. If anybody still lives with their family and when the Oscars come on, if you like movies and you like the Oscars, I would say just print out the ballots. You can search Oscar ballot, whatever year it is, on Google. You find a picture, print it out, and then just have everybody choose which movies they want or think will win, and they don't even have to have seen the movies. What's even more fun is when people guess, because they've never seen the movies, and they just guess a random name, and you see how it turns out for them. It becomes like a little bit of a fun competition to see, like, what did you get? Oh man, I got that, and like, you know, it's just really fun. So definitely you should do that if you like movies or you watch the Oscars, and your family can sit down together and all do the Oscar ballots. It's really fun. So I would say do that. And we'll see how Oscars is next year. One thing, I think Snowpiercer should have been on his ballot somewhere. I don't know if it would have gone into Oscars last year or this year, because it came out in 2014 in America, but I don't know. I don't know if they've got to be like American movies for the Oscars, but they don't. Obviously, because there's foreign films, but I don't know if it would have been under the foreign film category, or because that movie, okay, Snowpiercer was amazing, and it was action, so I don't know how people are all, I feel like people don't, it has to be a drama or something, but, I mean, these are all dramas, but, come on, put in some action. Snowpiercer should have been up for an Oscar, but I don't know, I'm just saying because I love Snowpiercer, but it's really great, it's fantastic, so, I don't know, watch Snowpiercer, watch all these movies that were nominated for an Oscar, all of them, watch all movies in the world, form your own opinions on them. I just saying what I think, but don't think, she said this about this movie, I'm not going to see it, unless you really don't like when movies are like that. So, definitely see these movies. The Oscars was great, and can't wait till next year's Oscars. Let me know if you liked this video, if you liked hearing what I have to say about the Oscars, and if you'd like me to do it again next year. I don't think I'll review every individual movie now because it's just too much, but I did the Grand Budapest Hotel, and I might do Still Alice, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do it because I didn't talk about it at all in this because I haven't seen it, but maybe I'll do that. I probably will. And so, let me know if you liked this video. Let me know if you agree with my thoughts about the Oscars, or if you disagree. Leave some comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe. I'll see you later, guys. Bye.